What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Yo. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another exciting, head-scratching episode of Insane Disappearances. I am your host, as usual. And I am here tonight to do a commentary, not a video, about missing people. I mean, it's about missing people, but it's about the missing 411 The Hunted. I saw it. Somebody on the comment section of one of my videos asked me, did I see it yet? And I was like, no, I didn't get a chance to see it because I haven't had a chance to order it yet. I got a lot of stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? But I finally ordered it because I found out that it was actually on iTunes. So I downloaded it onto my phone and I watched it last night. And I was kind of going back and forth with it because I had a lot of stuff I was doing, and I ended up finished watching it around like maybe 5 o'clock in the morning. It was pretty crazy, but when I saw it, I was blown away. It was so eerie and so spooky and exciting at the same time. It was weird. I was like, okay, what the heck? Looking at all the scenes from the different people that disappeared and how all of those cases were so just like strange. You really can't get around that with logic. You can't. A lot of people try to because they want proof of this, proof of that, evidence of this, and facts of this and that, and the other. It's weird. But if you try to use logic, you'll never figure it out. Never. So, that being said, the fact that the scenes set up the entire case itself, it tells you what's going on. Okay, now look at your typical kidnapping or murder case where someone may leave a body lying in a field somewhere, like they did this one little girl back in the early 80s. You know, she was kidnapped and they found her dead body inside of a football field in the grass, like all the way in the back towards the fence. You know, now they will do it like that. These are totally different, very, very different from any kidnapping or any serial killer. Okay, a serial killer is not going to waste his or her time, or I should say their time, doing elaborate stuff like untying the shoes, taking them off, taking the pants off, leaving the t-shirt or the underwear on, and then after you take the pants off, you put the shoes back on and tie it up and everything. Who the hell does that? Seriously. Now, the case of one of the guys that I covered on my video, on one of my videos, Aaron Hedges. It's a hunter. He goes out there with his buddies. Somehow, there was that point of separation that nobody can seem to figure out how is it that they got separated that fast to the point where they didn't even know he was even gone. And right at that moment, I think that's when he go. That's when he disappeared, because it's just like if a person is jogging on a trail in a national park, they will go around a bend, and then after that, poof, they're gone. Because when the people catch up to where they should have been, they're not there. They look left, they look right, they look ahead, they look behind, they look up, they look down. They look everywhere, and they're never found. A couple of weeks later, maybe even a month, sometimes 4, like what happened with Jerry Adadero. After searching certain areas for more than 50 times, the 51st time, they actually find the person's body. Like, her name was, she was one of the women that was showcased in the documentary. Last name Kaplan. She went missing, and then they, I think a hiker or just somebody that was in the area saw a campsite. And then when they looked at this creek bed, they saw a dead body of a woman who was totally naked. Now that's a stretch from all the rest, because most of the people are always half naked. They'll find them in their underwear or their panties, and they have their socks on, but nothing else. Yet they're also bone dry in a wet area with clean socks on. Very weird. Now I don't know if she had clean socks on. Now I remember David Paulides was saying that in one of the reports, it said that her face was deep in the water. In another portion of the evidence, it said that she didn't have a head in the water, which was a total lie. It was like they were trying to reroute what was originally said, just so they could throw you off the trail or something like that. It's weird. I don't know why people keep trying to do that when people are just trying to find out what happened to their loved ones. But no, idiots like them want to keep it secret from everybody else for some reason. You know, just like when that guy Breck went missing. He was one of the guys showcasing in the video. There was 2 females that went missing. They were hunters as well. Now there was one particular person who also went missing, and they found his bones, but they never talked about him for some reason. I don't know why. You know, maybe something strange happened to him that they knew about, and if anyone tried to get close to it, they were going to find out. I'd be trying to figure out, why would you try to keep that from family members, regardless of how weird it may sound. You know, I just don't understand that, because the FBI claim that they do not do search and rescues for grown-ups. They only do that for children. Yet you always seem to show up at these places like the Dennis Martin case. FBI people showed up there. I mean, of course, it was a child, so naturally. But they also show up at other people's cases, like some teenage boys that may have went missing that was in college or whatever. You know, and some men, they show up there for some reason. That's the one thing I just don't get. So tell people that you actually don't search for grown-ups, but you search for only children when it comes to kidnappings or, you know, missing persons. But you always show up at that place. I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, but it was a very, very eerie documentary, but I loved it. It was so well detailed and so well done. I love the part where they added the family members and the friends shouting out the person's name and shooting their guns in the air 3 times just to see if they can get their attention, and hopefully they'll hear something like a banging or whatever, you know, but they never did. So some of these people were never found. Okay. Now, I remember the sheriff in one of those towns was saying how a lot of weird things was happening, which made no sense, like the Aaron Hedges case. Okay, now, they said they were finding pieces of everything that he carried with him in different areas. Okay, it started off with clothing. The boots were found together, like as if someone was standing still with their feet together and they just stepped out of the boots and just walked off. They were deliberately placed there. Okay, then all of a sudden, they found the backpack with his identification in the bag, and it was protected, and it had a gun in it. That book bag was laid up against a tree, deliberately. Okay. The person leaves, but they leave behind the book bag with all the stuff in it. It makes no sense. It also doesn't make any sense because they were talking about hypothermia and all this other bull crap. Okay, first of all, if he had hypothermia, how is it that his remains were found 11 miles away from where he was last seen? How? If you have hypothermia, you would never make it that far. I know this because David Politis talks about it all the time. He knows a lot about hypothermia, cases, or just what it does to the body, or what it does to you. And it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Even the sheriff said it. It doesn't make any sense because, first of all, if you got hypothermia, there's a lot of things that's going to happen. That didn't happen to him, obviously, because he made it 11 miles away from where he was last seen, or where the tracks picked him up at. So, all those cases were just weird, and I mean totally weird, because some of them were never found, some of them they found their bones, and see with Aaron Hedges, they found tiny little bones of him, along with the skull. So, but guys, if you haven't seen the documentary, you definitely gotta get it. If it's only on iTunes, I say get it anyway, because that's what I did, and I watched the whole thing. It was clear and crisp and loud, so you didn't have to worry about it being something that's pretty crappy. I mean, we're talking about David Politis here; he's not gonna do crappy. So I mean, that goes without saying. But yeah, the video was excellent, but it was scary and creepy and just I'm like, dang, really? Oof, it was really creepy. So for anyone, for those that haven't seen it, you need to get it and see it because it was amazing. It really was. I remember the first one that I ordered. I ordered it from his website, Can-Am Missing. So and I got it. I think within a week, maybe two, probably. That was good too, but it's not as good as this one because there's more details and it's a lot more telling and it's creepier. Okay, the most creepy part in the first one was Dio Kuntz. And he disappeared, and Jerry Daredevil. So, but this, oh my goodness, they did a lot of work on this one. And his son wasn't involved in this one. I guess he was probably still in school and in college. I think he did a pretty good job with the other one, but still, this one was done by other people. And that was, it's crazy. So, but yeah, that was pretty much all I wanted to say about that because I didn't want this to be a long video because I'm pretty tired. I've been, at work until about 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna do some resting and I'll try to do my thing later on because I still got some other cases that I want to talk about. But yeah, that video was insane. Oh my goodness. I mean, just the fact that these people go in there, they know where they're going, and then when they get there, they vanish. It's like they don't even have a choice. They go in, they hunt, and then they never come back home. So somewhere between point A and point B, they vanished without a trace. And then they came back, there was nothing left but bone. So it's weird. Very weird. So I'm gonna get off of you guys. Like I said, I just wanted to talk about the video and and what I felt about it, what I thought about it, because those cases were very strange. Very strange. And I applaud David Paulides for what he did because that documentary was so detailed. It was very detailed. And it wasn't too detailed, it was just enough. But yeah, that ooh. I still get goosebumps on me because it was just so well done and it was just creepy. They even talked about Jan Maccabee. I can't remember his first name right now, but his wife, the one that saw that predator like creature. Oh yeah. I'm really sleeping. I need to hurry up. But anyway, they talked about her and they did a more in-depth idea of what she saw because she was talking about how she didn't just see it and took that picture where you saw the hair. She literally saw this saran wrap type thing, she said that's what it looked like saran wrap because it was clear, but you could see the dimensions of it change because of the lighting from the sun. She watches this blob like clear thing just move out like this, like it was extending an arm. It grabs hold of a tree and then it just floats over to the other one, and it does that from one tree to another until it finally just vanishes. So she was like, what? Okay. And then of course a couple of miles away, well, in front of her, and it was a couple of miles away, she could still see it. There was a band playing at the school over there. So whatever it was, she thought maybe it probably had something to do with this light that some of the students on the field saw. It was like a light hovering above the football field, but I don't think it had anything to do with it. Now the other guy, the guy that talks towards the end of the documentary, he's I guess avid hiker or whatever, and he was talking about all the strange things that happened in that forest. Like he was saying something about how there was this like rod of light moving across the air, kind of like maybe this high off the ground, and it just slowly moved this way, and he said it looked like a Star Wars lightsaber, and it did, it really did, and it was pretty weird. So, and he said it moved through the trees and dissipated, in the distance. It wasn't too far, but you could see it like literally just kind of vanish in the thin air. Now, what they saw. Oh boy. What they saw was a type of energy with a consciousness. That's the reason why it would move in ways that looked like it was intelligent. Energy with a consciousness. So I know people don't even know what that is. People try to look for evidence and proof and all this stuff. I'm telling you the proof. I'm saying it is an energy with a consciousness. Nothing more, nothing less. So when people see stuff like that, like orbs of light in the sky, same difference. It's just round. Okay? That's what they are. They're called energy with a consciousness. Okay? I won't get into the other part that has something to do with us, but that's another show. But anyway. But yeah, guys, gotta go. And if you ain't got the movie, you gotta get it. It's incredible. Really incredible. I'm glad I ordered it because it was so good. It was creepy too at the same time. I was like, wow, okay. So I'm gonna get off here and let you guys rest. I know it's late. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I shouldn't even be making videos, but I'm just saying. But anyway, I will see you guys mañana. And aloha, mahalo, and brother, and wahine. Peace out.